この騒動の日本での始まりは、2020年1月20日に横浜港を出港したクルーズ船ダイヤモンド・プリンセス号の乗客で、1月25日に香港で下船した80代男性が新型コロナ感染症に罹患していたことが2月1日確認された。それから同船していた人たちが検疫など調べられ、数人が罹患していることが判明。そのたった数人から日本中にウイルスが広まっていくという目には見えない恐怖をメディアを使って広められていった。こうして人々の脳裏にパンデミックという恐怖が焼き付けられたのです。しかし2020年、日本中がパンデミックの恐怖に陥れられる前年度2019年に10月18日、ニューヨークのピエールホテルというところでイベント201という文字通りのイベントが開かれた。その会場ではこれからあるウイルスが世界的に流行するパンデミックのシミュレーション映像が流されたのである。ではその映像をご覧になってください。
Greetings, distinguished guests, and thank you for this opportunity to say a few words at this year's event 201, the high-level simulation exercise for pandemic preparedness and response, hosted by Johns Hopkins Centre for Health Security, the World Economic Forum and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The scenario you will be presented with this morning could easily become one shared reality one day. I fully expect that we will be confronted by a fast-moving, highly lethal pandemic of a respiratory pathogen. The question is, are we prepared to globally respond to the next major pandemic event? Are we ready to cooperate and perform across countries and across sectors to face such a threat?
Welcome to Event 201.
It began in healthy-looking pigs, months, perhaps years ago. A new coronavirus spread silently within herds. Gradually, farmers started getting sick. Infected people got a respiratory illness with symptoms ranging from mild flu-like signs to severe pneumonia. The sickest required intensive care. Many died. At first, the spread was limited to those with close contacts, healthcare personnel, co-workers, and families. But now it's spreading rapidly throughout local communities. International travel has turned local epidemics into a pandemic spanning the globe. Just 3 months ago, CAPS started in South America, but has now reached several countries with more than 30,000 cases and nearly 2,000 deaths.
Good morning, and thank you all for being part of this Pandemic Emergency Board. We're at the start of what's looking like it will be a severe pandemic. And there are problems emerging that can only be solved by global business and governments working together. As important background for this discussion, we want to start the meeting by viewing this news story that just aired on Global News Network.
Continuing our coverage of the newly discovered CAPS disease and the scope of its deadly outbreaks, there are now more than 30,000 reported cases. Experts warn this may be just the beginning of a global problem. GNN science reporters have produced a video about what we know so far about CAPS, the virus, the outbreak, and the resulting chaos.
CAPS is a novel coronavirus related to those viruses that caused the frightening SARS epidemic in 2003 and the deadly MERS outbreaks in recent years. Scientists think each infected person in turn infects on average 2 more people. This disease is proving more transmissible than SARS or MERS and about as contagious as influenza. Essentially, the cumulative number of cases is doubling every week. At this rate, we can expect to see 16 times as many cases in a month unless we find a way to interrupt transmission. The virus appears to be spreading rapidly in densely populated and impoverished neighborhoods in some megacities in South America. Models developed by leading public health authorities indicate a CAPS pandemic could lead to an outcome worse than the 1918 influenza, which killed 50 to 100 million people worldwide. Given the global population is 4 times larger than it was in 1918, if these models prove accurate, we could be looking at hundreds of millions of deaths over the next year or two.
この日イベント201に参加者を出した主な組織は以下の通りです。2019年10月18日の段階で新しいコロナウイルスが発生することを想定したシミュレーション演習が行われ、その数ヶ月後には新しいコロナウイルスによる世界的パンデミックが現実のものとなった。これは偶然でしょうか。皆さんがおかしいと感じること、疑問を抱くこと、考えること、そして調べること。そうすれば気づくはずです。目覚めよ日本人。